On the Hot Gossip Show, we don't only gossip about what's happening around the world, but we also talk about things that are happening. We educate, we entertain viewers at their favorite home. So I want you to join me this and every Saturday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. live on MS TV. I want you to keep it like here always.
Go.
Hello lovely cherished viewers, I welcome you once again on the Spouse Circle. As we all know, today is the 3rd December, 4 more days to election, and I hope we have a peaceful and wonderful election. We don't care either you are John or Adu, all we want is peace election. Let's try to bring peace in Ghana so that we have a very wonderful country together. Well, it's still the Spouse Circle on MS TV. Don't forget to subscribe to all our social media handles. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and let's watch the Spouse Circle. As we all know, last week we talked about heart desire and also mind desire. Aja is here with me. She's going to help me talk much more about desire, as due to technical reason, we couldn't delve much into details about desire last week. So viewers, I know you really can't wait to know much about desire. For me, my take is, desire is something that someone wants, the feeling, the thoughts. But do you also know that desire can kill? Do you agree with me or not? Well, after the short commercial break, we get to know much more from Hajia. So, stay tuned.
Bonjour chers enfants, rassemblez-vous ici pour apprendre et parler la langue française. Yes, I'm excited to tell you there's a platform where you can learn and practice all your French. On the Parlons Français show, we sing, we dance, we recite poems, and we play all in French. So join me, Khadija Bara Yunus, as your host, together with some of your friends here in the studio on MS TV, as we bring you the Parlons Français show. Parlons Français!
Welcome, cherished viewers. Well, Hajia, thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
Alright.
Good afternoon to you all.
Thank you. Good afternoon to you.
It's my pleasure to be here once again.
Wow.
4 days to election, all we pray for is peace. We pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give a victory to whoever deserves it.
That's very good. Well, so quick one, Hajia. Can you just explain what's your take on desire?
Desire, just as I was explaining last week, it's something we all wish for. Like, we have desires. We have emotional desire, a physical desire, a lot. So it depends to make a choice. Which type of desire do you want? Is it a good one, positive or negative? So it's up to you to choose. Make a good desire. Yes.
Oh, so is that a positive?
Sure.
Either a good one
Yes.
or a bad one?
Of course.
Okay, well. So Hajia, before a woman meets a man, definitely there are certain desire she wants to see.
Sure.
Can you just emphasize on some basic desire you think a woman would like to see in a man before she...
We have women, just like I always say, women who love beard, like beard rather. Yes, and we have women who prefer a TikTok man. We have someone who prefers short, someone who prefers a fair guy, maybe dark. Like, it depends. Even your dressing could be a desire to someone. Yes, someone may desire a man who doesn't pull off his shorts, like he dressed very decent. Others wouldn't want it that way. They would just like this kind of dressing, anyhow you dress. And some don't even care about your dressing. There is something unique they see in you that they desire for. So they just want to be with such a person. Yes, so it varies from age, religion, experience, and a whole lot. Yes.
So come to religion. You can see that you may desire someone, but because of the religion, you see it to be that since he's not in my religion, I'm not going to go further with my desire. But the thing will be killing you slowly.
Yeah.
So how do you compete with such situation?
You know, when it comes to religion, we all know we are imitating our prophets, and there is like rules and regulation that is guiding us concerning religion. So if you want to make a choice or you desire for something, you have to first check in your religion, is it against my religion or not? If it is not against your religion, alhamdulillah, you are free to go. But if it is against your religion, then you should know it is not good for you. So you just put that one aside and look for something else. Yes.
So what of other people who, because of desire, they have to shift from thinking of their religion and maybe their basic, as you said, good for the religion or maybe against the religion. They just follow their desire. Do you think it's a good idea?
It's not a good idea because at the end of the day, we all face judgments.
Okay.
You get it? So if, assuming there weren't any judgment, you are free to do anything you want. But since you know one day you'll be judged according to what you did on earth, then I think you should follow it. But if you still refuse, you leave aside your religion and you want to follow your desire, that one is between you and Allah. Yes, He is the best to deal with you because I cannot do anything about it. We can't do anything about it. So we will just advise you make sure it is not against your religion. But if it is against your religion and you still want to go ahead with it, then it's between you and Almighty.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very good. Hadia, desire can kill, right?
Sure, it can.
Please break it down for us.
It can, because let's say maybe you desire for a man who is maybe thick tall or maybe he is fat. And personally looking at you, you are not thick tall, you are not fat. And like he has all these qualities in him that makes him a good man. But because of that one desire that you want, you haven't seen in him, and you are still not accepting it, or maybe you are looking for other places. You see, most of the times, this desire, that is what has caused a lot of women or ladies to stay like longer without marriage. Yes, because she has written a whole lot in her book. She wants a man who is this, she wants a man who is that. So if it is easy, why don't you create the man yourself? Yes, it is not easy. We are all not perfect. There is something you will see or you will want, but you wouldn't see it in your spouse or your partner. So if maybe I have about 5 desires in a man, and maybe I've seen 3, at least 3 is yes. So you just go ahead with it. But if you say Chinchina, you want all the 5, then I'm sorry to say it can kill you because it can push you to places where you are not supposed to go.
Yes. And you'll be regretting later.
Exactly. And you'll be like, oh, why did I know that? It's always at last. So it is best you look at the most important things. Let's say when it comes to Islamic side and you want to marry, you know the religion is what matters. That is what the Prophet told us about. Second, you look at the family background. Then third, the work of the person and character is responsible. Exactly, if it is and the character. So aside this 4, the other ones are optional, additional ones. If you get a man who is thick tall and that is what you want, it's a plus for you. But if you don't get it and the man is religiously good, sound, he does halal work, then alhamdulillah, you are free to go. Yes.
Wow. She said, had I know it's always at last. I hope you are enjoying this conversation I'm having with Hadia. Just send in your comments so that we read your questions that you think you want to ask Hadia so that we get to break it down for you. Do you agree with me that if yes, send in your comments and also send us what you really like about your spouse. It can be a man or a woman. We'll humbly read it. Well, Hadia, what do you really like about your husband?
My husband. I like a whole lot about him.
Wow, tell us something.
Yes, he's a cool person.
Wow.
Like, he's jovial, he's friendly. When we even work, people think maybe we are brothers or sisters.
Wow.
Because we don't make things so difficult for ourselves.
Okay.
We are just free. We flow with whatever comes. So we are just cool. We have this kind of friendship, like jovial things between us. We don't even quarrel for, let's say, more than 3 days. Like, we will sleep over it, anger, no. We just forget it, apologize to each other, then we move on. Yes. So that's what I like about him.
So did you saw that before you got married to him?
Sure, I saw that.
Wow.
Yes.
That's impressive.
Yeah,
And
I
you
saw
like
that
it?
because I'm someone who is very observant.
Okay.
Yes, when I'm with you, I have to observe the way you talk, the way you do your things, the way you move. Before I will know how to go
further.
Yes.
Wow.
So I studied all those things before I accepted him. And alhamdulillah, I don't regret accepting him.
Alhamdulillah.
Yes.
Wow, that's so sweet. Hadia, how difficult is it when one find he or himself in, let's say married? For instance, you and your husband, maybe there are certain desire you want to see much more in with him, and if you don't see it, how does it affect your relation with him? Yeah.
You see, marriage is like a baby. When you grow a baby, or maybe you sowed a seed, you always have to nurture it. You have to, like, if you want your plant to grow very well, you have to fertilize it, right? Yes, or maybe you plant it in a black soil. But if you don't get it that way, there are other things that you can do to give it more nutrients to grow. So if I desire something that I don't see in my man, that shouldn't be a reason for a breakup or divorce, or maybe me not treating him well. I have to look at the ones that I didn't expect, but I got it. You get it? So I will just go with it and forget about the one I wanted. I will not even let it kill my morale. Not to talk of killing the feelings I have for my husband. I'll just go with what I want, or maybe what I didn't expect that I saw in him, and it is good for me. I'll just go for it and forget about the one I was expecting.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. That's very interesting. Okay, so last week we were talking about this kind of desire stuff, like maybe you desire a color of blue dress, or maybe some slippers, sneakers and stuff. When your spouse bought it for you, because that's not the color that you desire, how you react to the person and so on and so forth, which because the particular thing he bought for you wasn't your desire, but then you overreacted of not appreciating. I want you to emphasize on that a little bit for me.
You see, first of all, you have to ask yourself, did you ask him to buy it for you? Okay. It's a no. You didn't ask him to buy it. Neither did you give him the money to buy it. He saw it. Out of love, he decided to buy it for you. So when he brings it and it's not even what you want, you can take it. Oh wow, well I now good. Hey, I'll expect that. Hey, now good. Well, like I go crazy. Hey, like you have to do it in a way that you even feel happy. Hey, Allah now go the mal and eba ni miji kamanka. Amake de kase ni next time na kasi me ne pink na do na come na sa pink ni na fit na pa ya fi. You see, you have to make it, but he wouldn't bring it and be like, oh, okay, kuma, kulunda ka say blue, ka san kalanga. Meanwhile, you've not told him the color you wanted. Neither did he give him the money to buy it for you. Get it? So when he brings it, you have to say sweet words for him to like, let his head be big. Yes, like let him feel happy. At least my wife has appreciated it, because there are lots of women, their men do that for them, they don't appreciate. So you see, the person wouldn't buy anything again, so that do them apart. You get it? So when he buys it and it's not even what you were expecting, or maybe the brand is not what you wanted, just take it and next time, or tell him in a good way that, oh, next time I will prefer this. So once you've said you will prefer this, it's at the back of his this in mind. So whenever he says it, or maybe when he's doing his calculation or plans, he will add it. He knows that my wife says she wants this. So anytime I get money, I will do that for her. Yes.
Wow. That's so sweet. We've really taken a lot inside this, and I hope you are doing to my cherished listeners and viewers. I'm really enjoying this. Well, Hajian, let's come to sex desire.
Okay.
When you're with your spouse, either a woman or a man, do you think it's rightful for just one, let's say, for the woman alone to ask when she desires the man, or both of them can decide?
No, both of you. Because, for instance, if you are going to buy food at the choba, you wouldn't do the talking alone.
Okay.
Yes. When you go, Mami Pacho Meto Wachi, the woman will definitely like saying, then you'll be like, okay, 2 CD. She'll ask any day, you get it. If you finish, oh, Ubedi Wahana, so what the like, she'll ask you a lot of questions. So it reflects in marriage life.
Wow.
If you are married, always you the wife, you are the one who asks for sex, or maybe romance, or maybe outing. It will get to a time you will be tired. You feel like, oh, I'm the only one playing this game. But if both of you are playing the game, it makes it lovely. Like you wouldn't even get tired of the game. But if you are the only one, imagine you standing on this whole park playing football alone, sister. You exactly. But if there is someone at the other end and you are here, you pass it, the person passes, you just be going around it. It makes it so sweet and it makes it lovely. You would even spend time without even knowing that time is fast spent. So it's both sides. One side can do the job alone.
One side can do the job alone. Do you agree with Ajia or not? Or send in your comments. Well, Ajia, As to my notice that sometimes either men or women, let's come to the woman's side. A woman might desire when you're going to have sex with her, you kiss her, you romance her, you start doing stuff. But let's say some men don't have that kind of desire stuff to do it, and then all of a sudden they just have sex. What would you say about this? Is that the right way?
It's not the right way. You know, when we like try going the Islamic way, even in Islam, Allah says, our partners are our garments. We shouldn't enter them like the way animals do. You have to romance them. It's like a car. If you want to spark your car, maybe in the morning you are going to work, you wouldn't just go and drive it. You have to warm the engine, do some background checks, make sure this is here, this is there, this is the brake, everything, the fuel, everything is at
to the level
yes
that you can
before you can go. And even at the road when you are going, you have to still check certain things, the brake, the crutches, and those things. So if I'm your wife and maybe you want to make love to me, you just come, you just enter, you go. Sister, it's not done that way. At least you have to get me in the mood. Maybe if you're at work, you can text me a message. Be like, oh, baby, tonight there is a game you want to play. Or, hey, tonight I'll make sure I'll score you. Like, get her in the mood. Try doing certain things. When you come, you can even be like, oh, baby, go and wear the 19 you wore on the first night of our marriage.
Wow.
Go and wear it and let me see something. When she comes, you can be, oh, go and wear the blue one. The last time you wore the blue one, it was very nice. So go and wear it and let me see something. Like, try and get her in the mood. By the time you do all those things before you start romancing her and those this thing, and the likes, like she would even be wet and penetration will be very easy for you. But if you don't do it that way, and when you come and you just enter her, like, it will be difficult and she'll feel hurt. You get it? So it's two-way affairs. You don't have to cheat her. You get it? So like all of you should be on the same page, flow together. You get it? Yes.
Alright, since we've talked about women, let's come to the men's side. What advice are you going to give to the women too?
And the woman too is the same thing. It's vice versa. So if maybe you desire for sex tonight, you can text him, get him in the mood, send him sweet messages, call him. Like the way you even go about it, you will send him a signal that this lady, she's up to something. You get it? So when you start doing that, and like maybe in the afternoon or evening at this time, and if you know your husband comes home at maybe 8, by now you can start all those things. When he comes to the room, change the settings of the room, like make everything lovely, like candles all over the room, perfume. Try and display something that will get him in the mood when he comes and he will be like, this is not the usual room that I've been visiting. Yes, always. This is a different thing and a different level, and it means we are up to something. So that alone will even give him like a good memory, like hey, something I love and should go chicken that you can like and come shin. But the next time came in again. Yes, we have people who see things like they wouldn't appreciate it at the spot, but they love it. Yeah. Yes. So if you don't do it the next time, they'll be like, hey, yanzu the kin cycle, yanzu the kin bari yakan. Yes. And it's my advice to those people too. When you see something, it's good, appreciate it. Let her know or let him know that you will love it and you are enjoying what the person is doing.
Wow. Hajia, looking at how you talk romantically and so lovely, I wonder how you do that. So let's say, for instance, you desire for sex, okay? And that particular day, your husband has been busy all day at work, and he's not in the mood. How do you do it? Me? How do you get in there?
Hey! Okay, let's say he's busy at work. I will call him. Oh, Shelly, I'm missing Kai.
Okay.
I'm missing Kai. I wish we were here. Then, after that, when he comes home, I'll make sure if water is not flowing, his water is ready for him to bath. His supper or lunch is ready. Everything is set for him.
Okay. Well, viewers, I hope you are enjoying this conversation. Well, before Hajia will go further, please, I beg you, just subscribe to all our social media handles. But wait, let's go for a quick commercial break. When we come back, Hajia is going to delve much into details about her romantic spouse with her husband.
Glory be to God. The latter chapter in the book of Psalms, verse 6 states, "Let everything that has breath praise the Lord." Oh yes, we must praise the Lord. That is why we have designed Gospel Hub Nation. Here, we're going to praise the Lord through an edutainment fun-packed activities in urban gospel music videos, star chats with your favorite gospel personalities, bring you some flashbacks of some previous events, also some life tips and fashion, right here on MSTV. Also, you can get more updates on this program at MSTVGH on all the social media platforms. I'm your host, Lauren Adra.
Fun-filled, check. Excitement, check.
We are super excited to serve you with the latest music videos.
All this right here on Top Entertainment Show on MSTV. And on this show, I get to invite your dopest and talented.
Okay, welcome back, viewers. It's still the spouse cycle, and we're talking about the heart desire and the mind desire. Haja is really saying a whole lot of romantic words here, and I'm really enjoying it. I hope you are too. So, Haja, you were giving us details about how to approach your man. So, let's go.
Okay, I will start sending him the signal whilst he's at work.
Okay.
When he comes to the house, when he enters the room, you get to know I'm up to something.
Wow.
Yes, I will make sure I've taken my bath before he comes.
Right.
And when he comes and he's supposed to pray before eating or pray after eating, that will take a little time. So I'll make sure I'll freshen up, wear my good or sexy 90.
Wow.
Yes, come to him. Oh, baby, how was work today? You look very exhausted. Sorry, I have a pineapple juice in the fridge. Should I bring it? Yes, I have a small mug. Like, that's what I normally use.
Okay.
So I'll bring it, serve it. You know, those juice doesn't go with any snack. It's just something you just be sipping. Yes, I'll just bring it. We start chatting. Then from there, the rest is history.
Wow. The rest is history, she said. Whoa. That's so interesting. Haja, let's say for instance he's so tired and he has to tell you that, no, today I'm tired, I don't want to do anything, please. How do you get him in the mood? He can, you know men.
Sure.
They can be too stressed that to this that when they come home, sometimes some of them forget that whatever happened outside, I shouldn't bring it in the house. But if you're not a very conscious woman who really know how your husband is, you also get carried away because he's overreacting and do certain things. How do you advise women like that when you see a spouse like that to get them in that mood?
When you are determined, you are determined. Unless maybe you are not determined.
Okay.
You get it? When you mean something or you want something or you are up to something, you have to put in much effort to get it. And there is no time for sex. So if he comes home maybe around 9 and after everything will be around 10 and he doesn't fall for it or maybe due to stress or something, it can be done at dawn before Fajr. Yes, by then he has rested and he has gained more energy. And that one cry is even nicer than him coming from work. You know, at that time
The stress is
but at dawn in India he's asleep, like he has rested for a while and the muscles no go me do can now for can't understand. Then I don't know when you carry a whistle and Fajr. Abi is allowed.
Wow.
Even in Ramadan, you can do it after you take your igusu, then you continue with your fast.
Anja, you're really making my day. Hey, viewers, seriously, what Anja is saying here, I'm really, well, I'll keep it in the pipeline. Anja, let's we talk about this kind of desire stuff, like you desire to go out with your partner and spend some quality time with him, either the mall or the beachside. But some also see it to be, if I'm not in a very big mansion or having my own car or the kind of level of standard that I am, because of my friends who laugh at me, so I don't want to do this and that. Emphasize something about this for us so that...
You see, it has something to do with expectation.
Okay.
Hearsay, or maybe you viewing it in a different picture. Like you always think about what people will say. You see, when you are at that type, it kills. Because always, when you finish dressing, you be like, what matter combination and go. What matters is you cover. You understand? You are comfortable in it. Kile kan kina soon. Kile kan kina so abi na ikasa mi jinki be che be sumba. Go maybe K the monkey, but a about the song of the Kikasaba. And now we could have been the one year for you. You just go with whatever you wear. So if you are that type, maybe you want to go out, but maybe you are living in a single room. Whenever there is a lot of gardens around. Some you wouldn't pay for gate fee, some you pay, but it is less. Even at beaches, there is a beach around the Kokolobiti Road. It's called Kusum Beach. It's 5 cedi. Yes. When you go, you buy your Coke, maybe 1 cedi or 2 cedi. You see somewhere, you eat or you drink, you take your selfies, you come home. If possible, you post it on social media. Like, try entertaining yourself. Don't always wait for people to entertain you. And don't let your happiness be in the hands of others. If not, always you will suffer. And don't expect too much. Don't listen to what people will be saying always. Because as human beings as we are, we have something to say about others. Whether they are dressed neatly or not, we have something to say about them. So you focus on yourself. Make sure the dressing is okay. You are comfortable with it. Just go. Forget about what anybody or everyone will say. Forget about them and just go with what is not against your religion and what you are comfortable with. Just go with it. If not, if you say you will listen to what people will say, my sister, always you would have like top-ups to do. Because people like, hey, bagging grandma bring the shoe, up here and a man at the shoe. Hey, no, sir, Mamuka Jewin will get my touch, complain. Like, forget about them. I once went for Auri and Ashad. And there is one lady, she doesn't have one leg. She's amputated. Like, she was dancing with her crutch. Ashado. I was sitting like this. One the mama that the for Budama and Harawa. Like, but the care in the mutanida chick, and she wasn't wearing a dress that like covered her, not to know that she sister Tana Roboni, like Tamanteru Wakameta Maria, Tana Roboni Zanga Zanga. And I know someone to Kuninta, Bashina, like wouldn't have been Kuni. A man tea she did the same care being Kuni, I can't come back because Kulintana Rufi, hijab and Nanka. Mbakede, the dike, the Chiriki Peniba. As those people, no scratch away soon did have been the one day, or maybe because others are doing it in a super can they survive? 3 hours. So you just go with they like be comfortable with yourself, feel proud of yourself. Don't wait for people to say or direct you to what to do. Except maybe you are going astray. That one is different. But if not, sister man tell us because I'm one sitting like everyone like sitting my entertain yourself. Don't wait for people who say money. No.
Okay. Well, so she said, be you, be yourself, be proud of yourself, love everything about yourself. When you do that, you can do anything and just have fun. And don't be shy when you have, let's say maybe a single room and you want to go out with your spouse. You feel shy to do stuff like that. No, it's not advisable. Well, if you want to look this beautiful as I'm looking, you just have to contact Huraiya. Yeah, Huraiya is on Facebook. Just chat her and then wow, you'll be so beautiful for your marriage or occasion, party, birthday, whatever it is. Huraiya is there for you. Well, Aja, now let's come to our Nima, Zongo. Okay. Let's come to Zongo Women Design. Let's talk about Zongo.
You see, Zongo Women Design, one thing that kills us as Zongo ladies or women is competition.
Okay.
We compete too much because this one has this, so I also want to get it. You and I were mates. You were even my junior in SHS. Am I old in the kitchen? Does it mean I'm not better? No. It means we are not going to one destination. You understand? Who would in the day? Just make sure come back a dupe the one. Ndaka duba one the cake of finish. Amaka duba the one the ye fee. Yeah, can imagine na zo chicken. Yes, so you always have to look up to, like, at least, ni mana few and go. She mood 18, Mamuya Kanga. Ama the fat and the coffee one doesn't mean come Karena. Exactly. You can give them helping hand. Mudu Kamaka Fara, Mudu Kamakazani B, see the Wasi. Ama one is soon and soon feel. But they soon and they have to go back and rewrite. That doesn't mean come on soon and they were not good. Yes. But due to some reasons, there is always a first and there is always a last. But our problem in our Zongo community is compete. Jealousy. Competition brings a lot of things. Jealousy, envy, like in our cow hasada, sakani mood, like young. But if you don't compete with people, you are in your lane. You are leading. You are the one leading. In your world, you are the one leading. Yeah, carry. Bike is bike. You don't have problem to do with what whoever is saying or whoever is wearing. Kena kini keki ke wanga keki na wuce wani. Bike do banda na bayan ki ko bike do banda na gaban ki. Ke dai naki kike make sure kuma kin duba da shiki. Mun duka muka yi haka na. We wouldn't have any problem. We will all flow freely. The ocean is very big to contain all of us.
Yeah.
Yes. So why must you capture this place and say it is mine, so don't come here? No. We all have to flow, mix around, and flow freely. So you don't compete. No. And you don't always expect. If you expect what people will say, or maybe like you are too cautious, like just
like this iPhone stuff.
Sister, iPhone.
And stuff.
Me, if you give me iPhone, I'll sell it. And use it to buy something that what matters is I've been the keki in a can't do better. I've been a kiki when it comes to phone. When in an I can the in Yana demanding some iPhone and because of certain things like I'm a moon about the Hurricane iPhone and the sister can say iPhone. Kizo as soon as she credits ma the apps and look at achieve Gashima can the iPhone back in the credit skin. You now finally iPhone.
That's desire.
Oh, meanwhile, back in the one I kiriki. The iPhone ngake kan miki kudi don mutane da wani ayi sai suna yin da shi business ne even smart ones ngama suna yin da shi business ne as an kina rike da iPhone kin san kaman ba wani abu kirki ne ke kawo ne dai kawo miki profit ba, so why will you go in for that?
That even brought my mind to something. There's one lady who her guy gave her 2 options. During that time it was iPhone 6 that she could choose in between iPhone 6 and also a container for him to purchase some stuff, dresses for her to sell. She was like, no, my friend has iPhone, all my friends so I want the iPhone. So she chose that and left a container.
Sure. She's competing with
that. Is some of the Zongo mindset of our women now.
Yes.
And I think it's very bad.
Of course. Very bad.
If they would dream ahead,
exactly,
I think it's going to help.
Yes.
Well, if you're listening to me, it's still MSTV and the Spouse Circle. Don't forget to subscribe. We're talking about desire, the mind, and also the heart. Send in your comments. Let's talk more. Well, we're still on. Hajia, now, when you see a man, you know, a man. Sometimes men after they're married, they still want to get another marriage. Let's say like 2, 3, 4, that level. Is it desire?
Sure, it is.
So all are desire.
Yes. Yeah,
how?
But sometimes we human beings we desire a lot.
Okay.
But it is up to you to control that desire. You get it? Because you even as a woman, when you are married, you feel like na gaji da mutumin ga kullum shi kadai ne da shi ke da shi ne ke gani. You understand? It's like wannan ma duka na cikin ke bar mutane ke cheating now. Because maybe let's say they've tried this man, they've seen how the man is. They feel like, hey, maybe one in the region I want to bring the is different approach and then maybe Nikki so oh yeah I mean that she small no she trying to one gun so no small no so someone in that the person is giving them much attention than their spouse. Then from there they have same way mama zen when they are married, let's say you are fair, you are thick, you are tall. You don't want to slim. Maybe you've married for let's say 5 or 3 years. Yeah, you weren't like the way he saw you at first. You don't want a slim color with you. Hey, you're not gonna color get child. Guys, call me no. Gashi matana type car to turn. I get about it. They call me, but a duban cantama. Hey, chef, biking and commander, Namukaya Auri. Gashin and Zukim Bali Jikinki Saga, Baki Gada Jikinki. She took one. Well, like us, Duba Yada by his when we gash out of you. Natasha the Safe Nayaka, Nanka Chima, Nikiaka. You see, even when I know bad 10 years ago, the Katashi the Safe and Kanazo Aiki around 6. And maybe Yaran and Nazo school around 7. Kayagata is around 5 or 5:30. Kamusu Wanka. You get it. Kamusu Wanka Suzama Hall, soon I don't TV, or maybe you Kwana. She took Matana Girikinta. Intakari, Taka, I'm a Yaro Wanka. The Shafa Musuma, the Summer's uniform suit. In the Matati, I can enter Kumigid to the Yaginta. Unkuna help each other. In our Kudika, you look young. Amamba Mutunga Duba Yara by Ziban. You get it, Duba Yara by Ziban. Duban Kankama by Ziban, Billing,
duban yara kuma kin san kana yara suke wani yaro na kai mai wankan ka kare she
be that again.
exactly it's how you have to bath him again or maybe change the diaper it's an kabar mama ce na ita kade she will look old very early but if you help her it will help in there kana yin wannan duka if you can even get a maid to do all those things to help your wife in dai ba da wannan ba ke kana jin da kanka ita ma tana jin da yara dole ne ka ga wani ne mace waje ka ce wai kuma mace ka tafi matanka akan haka nawa matanka take ka shigo da ita kowane lore na sufo kowane lore na sufa ba lore da ke zama haka abadan shi da lore da ake spraying shi from time to time kin san kayan jima'i yana sake mai oil do you know why they change the oil to keep the engine moving like kar be weak da sauri kasan inda kana da mace kana son ta kasan mata nan ga you really love her invest in her yes invest in her akra ngan kana son kake sufo yanzu zamani mu ba kamar na kakanni mu bane in kana son kake sufa in ka haifi ma ka aika ba diyanka da yake a Dubai you'll be walking freely kamar baka da diya yes if you really want to look young and if your partner is ready to invest in you then fine amma ba da haka nan ba dai kai a wurin mata 10 within 5 years time they will still be like that yes
so what would you advise other women, you know, sometimes if maybe their husband doesn't sponsor or maybe invest in her, she'll be like, to the baby, make my boy you call me. It's a tablet kind of thing to take it. Then you see he'll be designing other women and stuff. Would you advise a woman to sit, even if you don't get a tip from your spouse, you just be there and just live yourself like that?
How can you be there like that? Hey sister, an kara muke ki zo ki don kin ya wure mun kina da yara yasa shi ki bar kan ki haka ba saboda Allah mu yi gaskiya sai ki bar inda ke kina son shi haka nan dai fan shi da wannan nan kullun kin ta saura da yake kenan because ba ki shiga cikin mutane yes da yawa na muke gansu suke shiri na ba wani kaya mai tsada bane the way you dress it ki je ki sai wani bend down boutique maybe wani faisi ki zo ki wanke shi ki ayon shi like dress ba wai sai kin je boutique kin je kin sai riga 300 cedis dai go daga miki makin wangabo akwai wadansu suna sa kayan boutique but it doesn't look good on them. You see, first of all, you have to know the kind of person you are, the kind of dresses that fits you. You get it? And then maybe you have bow legs. You don't have to wear a trouser, like fitting trouser. Always make sure kinsa bola, like it's loose. In the day, but you make it kill. I'm making a sa in your draw coffin, you come on banana. Oh, what sister? But I make it that I kick off them about to go more. Or maybe kin so that I keep. Among Kulu, you are covered. Kisa, we can kiddy. I buy a mark with the bandaby. Kisamo belts in Kiki, one ganky, Samoni. My I think they can make sure ya one ganky, but they shall lay cartoba. You understand? When you can deki one, keep my dress. But don't let she makeup. Can't you one ganky shop and make a dinky? Kina at the fear. Make sure, come on, like, back, kinan, come on. Excuse me to say, maybe timing can't or maybe what are they can Unsuko zona, nke da su kuna zanne ki bara gan difference tsakanin mu esa an mijin ki bai baki ba kake zama ki gira kuma mijin ki bai baki bai sa baki shiru esa mu duka muke yayi ki ai magan don me sa don wadanga shiri ki mun wani abu ne ki samu ki help kullun kina sai kina depend kan mijin ki ma he will even be tired of you yes you also have to try do something help yourself kamin maybe ba ruwa kamin yazo ya ce waje ki baro kin tundi ba oh wow matana tana kokari shi mun wani abu ne cikin fiyo ma ya ce oh matana ma akan go exactly amma in kullun kin sa mai bed gashi ke biyan rent gashi ke biyan ECG water bill school fees yara kudi abincin ku she kuma baki kudi kije ki gashi saboda Allah iyayen ki ma wani na mace haka iyayen ke fadi miki yaya miki da abin da ba mu so ayi mu da kuma bari ayi ma wadin su exactly isa that's it you have to make sure you empower yourself get something doing ki zama housewife isa bai gwada kaman kake yayi ki ba akwai housewives in the ki aiki but it depends on the type of work they do yes. So you can also get something doing. Don't just be there either.
Let's come to this house. Zongo men, okay. Zongo men, majority of Zongo men, some of them, the mindset is they don't want their wife to work. That's a desire. I don't want my wife to work because she may desire someone better than me. She may see someone in the car, maybe stuff. That's some of the mentality of the Zongo guys. Is it true or not true?
Yeah, some say. A lot of people say that, and sometimes it's true. Sometimes it's not.
You know that is it Asante so I can they say Sesika if you are if you don't want your wife to go outside to work, make sure you give a monthly allowance for taking care of the kids. Then in a week, then I got a month, yeah, 4 times kid. In a week, 20 CD, 4 times, 2 times 20, 20 times 4. Yes, she maybe a month they can't say what they come on view. Check a car or one nankai. Oh, that's it, I can make a money view, check a car or one nankai. Inside administrating a touch change diaper, one pad. Pad and Uncle McKinsey say, come on, good for a month. Yeah, mom pad and I can make sure about cool and chicken, but long reach. One another side of my make your 1 a day batter, lafia. It's a long reach, not 20 city. But make sure car wonga list one and untuka. Cheka Jmataga monthly allowance in maybe 1,000 Ghana, sister. In need a kimuna some 1,000 Ghana a month, maybe a kamuji. I muna watching a muna aiking and don't me young help come when you. And remember, you also have family members and siblings to cater for. Exactly. It's an meeting here, the yaya make one look. Ah, wabe soon. A cheer kwane tashi do but TV,
the strong desire.
Hey, sister, can ye? But because we all don't have, come to check come. Cousin back a kabama, then go much work at the yaki over the Allah. Can I song a cachete? Cousin back a kabata. It's Sunday by a lazy woman, but then I saw the hope. Let her do it, but make sure that what she does is not against the religion. You get it? It's not against the religion. It is good. She can do it. And they watch a coach king Chama, go with him, and back a song that day. Can you name the shop, the Benji don't go? And they eat the country about as much man, name him what one a day is a much king. It did as a calculation. So, okay, Murky, I carry sorrow, Munse, when you the someone that I wear my so I can do, I wear my winking. They can also feel comfortable. You don't want it to go out for other men to see it. Make sure you invest. Yes.
Well, so Haja, between a woman and a man, who is the most beautiful desire liar? You know, some people can pretend, oh, I like this, I like that, I like that. But meanwhile, it's not true. So a woman and a man.
For that, I would say women.
They can lie.
Yes, we can lie. You meet someone at the road and she'll be like, hey, well, I can't take them at the washing machine. Meanwhile, I can't take a wanking the bath at the washing machine. We have this, hey, our house is this. Meanwhile, they don't have it. Sister, thank you, they're free. Go flat, man. So just be you. Be real. Don't pretend.
Well, viewers, you heard her. Just be you and be real and don't pretend. Let's do the spouse cycle we're talking about heart desire and mind desire. I've really learned a lot today, and I hope you also have taken a lot from Hajia. She said when you're with your spouse, be proud of him, be proud of her. Invest in your partner, vice versa, the men and also the women as well, so that you have them as you always desire and want. And just be in love with them and then love them. I really wanted to ask Hajia a question. It's a very important question, but I don't know. Hajia, when you talk about this sex stuff, now when you're going to romance your partner, as a car, you need to put in oil, whatever. So when you don't do that, that desire that you don't get with your spouse, it moves you to cheat, right?
Oh, of course.
So majority of cheating is
it comes from that.
Okay.
Because if, let's say, a woman may desire, she like, if you want to have sex with her, at least call her, like talk to her, like when you come touch her. When you don't do that and she goes outside and she gets that, sister, that's sort of what it is. Yes.
Wow. Okay, so you heard Ajia. That will in turn also make a lot of people to cheat. Well, viewers, time is not on our side, and I know definitely Hajia would like to say something before we wrap up the show. Hajia, your last word.
Yeah, my last word is just be yourself. Don't compete. Don't expect too much. Empower yourself. Make sure you get something to do. Don't be idle. If you are idle, Shaitan brings in a lot of work for you because you don't have anything to do.
Okay.
Don't be idle. Get something doing. Get yourself busy and be you. Be real. Don't compete with others. And don't always wait for people to say something. Okay. Or don't think about what people will say.
Yes. Wow. Today's show has been a very wonderful. As I said, It's 3rd December, and we're just having a few more days to election. Don't forget, when you just go to the electoral, whatever it is, just vote for anyone you want to vote for. And then please, I beg, after voting, just go home and wait for the winner who will be called, and then you jubilate as you vote. No fighting. Let's have a peaceful election. We have no any other Ghana, but just here. And thank you to my camera people, yes, and also Mr. Moses, Tunde, Lufti, yeah, I think, and Mr. Igan. And Getty, I've missed you so very much, eh? Alright, that does it for the day. See you same time next week, inshallah. Alright, bye-bye.
Alhamdulillah. Please, can I drink?
Glory be to God. The latter chapter in the book of Psalms, verse 6 states, "Let everything that has breath praise the Lord." Oh yes, we must praise the Lord. That is why we have designed Gospel Hub Nation. Here, we're going to praise the Lord through an edutainment fun-packed activities in urban gospel music videos, start chats with your favorite gospel personalities, bring you some flashbacks of some previous events, also some live tips and fashion, right here on MSTV. Also, you can get more updates on this program at MSTVGH on all the social media platforms. I'm your host, Lauren Adra.